in his tail.
Mm-hmm.
He goes round and round. When
Right.
you don't, even though you know when you're going to get more money, you know when. If you don't have money from a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, just sitting on reserve, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you save, it's for two reasons. You really should have two savings. You're saving money. It's for the reserves, for things to happen, transactions to happen in the future. Maybe your house, for appliances, for investments.
Is $100 a month good enough?
What I can get is good enough. It could be long as you don't
As long as I don't spend it.
save. Withdrawals comes from this account. Once a year, okay? You got to have a target. You got to have a goal, a reason.
Uh-oh, you breaking up. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I hear you. So,
Okay.
can you help me with, maybe because I haven't got the credit union situation done because I didn't really understand how to do it. So I just go to the credit union and I tell them that I want to get a credit union account.
So, back up a little bit. Tell me why you're going to get a credit union account. I know I may have mentioned it to you, but you want this financial institution to do something specific. There's a reason you have an account with them. So, what's the reason?
I don't know. I just know that you told me I have to do it, so I never understood like why do I have to do it? And then you said something about getting a secure account, and I told you that I had
Let me go back to a couple of things. You want to have a credit union account because there's a difference between banks and credit unions. The interest rates on anything on your next transaction is going to be lower at the credit union. Do you have a car payment now?
No, I don't have no payments now. I'm not no payments.
Okay. The reason you want a credit union account is sort of like having your own financing in your pocket. Okay? By that, if you have two savings accounts at the credit union, you have two. One is you got to have a target on saving for both of them, but one is a once-a-year withdrawal. You're saving for the long term. You may be saving to invest. It's just a matter of saving some money, even though you know when you're going to get more money. You're going to put this money to work for you. Your second savings account is your emergency fund. You have an ATM card. In case you get a little tight, you have a place to go and get some money. You have an ATM card. This emergency fund should be enough. I wanted you to write your budget out so you would know how much every 30 days it takes for you to maintain the household. Is it $1,500? Is it $2,500? Is it $3,500? How much do you need every month to pay all your bills, food, groceries, and save, and recreation? You have to include those two essential things, because when you don't include those things, you take away from bill money. Because that's really why you want to have money, is to do the things that you want to do for recreation. So you have to name how much it costs for you to have balance, and that's what recreation gives you, balance to give up all your other money. By having the accounts with the credit union,
Okay.
they will see, and you're demonstrating financial discipline to ask for whatever you want. If they see Muriel can put money into her account, direct deposit, then when you go and ask for $3,000, $5,000, you have a reference, a financial reference that has demonstrated your financial discipline, even though it's not reported on your credit score, okay? That's how the tool of money can
Right. So like
give
if I wanted
insight
to, right. So if I wanted to lease a car, because me and my villagers was talking about that, maybe possibly getting a car note, like they could see that I have savings, I'm good at saving, and they probably
Right.
offer me a better
But you
car.
have discipline. Right.
Okay.
But when you don't give a reference, when there's no reference to your financial discipline, they can only go with your credit score.
Okay. Right.
So
Right.
that's why you want your savings to be a representation of your financial discipline.
Okay.
Money sitting is powerful. It's powerful.
Okay.
Because it takes discipline for it to sit there.
It's kind of collateral, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, exactly. And that's why you need two savings accounts. You have a second savings account specifically, so you will not go into the first account.
Okay, right. So when I go up there, I tell them that I want to open up two savings account. One where I'm not able, no matter how hard it get, that I cannot withdraw from this account for at least a year. And the other savings account is for, I can have ATM card for it and use as needed.
Right. So when you say that, don't give them too much information like that, okay? What you want to tell them is you don't want this savings linked to any other account. No ATM card, and it's not linked to any other account, okay? That's what you say, and that's code for them knowing that you don't want to go into this account unless it's during business hours. You manually have to come in and ask for your money, but you don't want to put yourself in that position because you have a second savings account. That's why you have it.
Okay. Now they're gonna just approve. Is they gonna approve me with how much money they're gonna give me, or no? I don't know how.
No. When you say you want to open both these accounts direct deposit, you want money automatically going into both of them.
Okay.
Who else are you banking with right now?
I just get SSI, which is
So where does it go when you get it?
It
Is
goes
it on a card?
Yes, it goes to a card.
Okay, so maybe you want to open a checking account at the credit union.
Okay.
So that's a checking account and two savings accounts. Maybe you will transfer.
Right, I could put down there that I want like this amount of money taken out of my SSI and split into these two different accounts.
Right.
Okay.
And with your card, keep only your recreation money on there.
Okay.
Okay. Say you get $1,000. I'm not looking at your file now. Pay all your bills. You might send.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
When that $700 goes to your credit union account, you want to put $100 in your emergency savings and $100 in your discipline reference savings.
Okay.
And the other $500 pays the bills. You pay all your bills out of that.
Okay. Can I use these names? Can I use emergency savings and reference savings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the other money that's on your card, that may be your little recreation money, your little running money. You need a little money that you can run with.
Okay.
But for the most part, definitely put direct deposit and savings, because that's a way of paying yourself, and for sure it will be done every month on the same day with the same dollar amount. That it's like getting into the habit of paying a bill, and you are a bill.
Right.
You have to include yourself, or if you don't include yourself, when are you ever going to include yourself?
Right.
Right. So that's why you have to have this record. Like they want to see a record of your rent payments on time. The same thing applies when you pay your savings and you pay yourself. That's so powerful for you to ask for your next transaction.
Okay. And then the last thing is what's going on with this account, with this. Remember, because can you go back to explain to that? Remember I said that I had trying to build my credit up, and I had went to, what's that place that everybody always go to want to build a credit? Finger Hut. And you said, they offered me $150 credit line, but I never took it because you said don't go with Finger Hut because they like low budget. I should try to apply for Macy's.
Okay.
But Macy's ain't going to accept me.
What I was saying, credit is like birds of a feather flock together. By that, I'm saying you have insufficient credit, meaning no credit score, no repayment history. Whereas I sent you a link for rentreporters.com. You could boost your credit score when you get one by paying your rent on time. And I want to make sure that it's just a matter of opening the account, creating a username and password, and uploading your rent receipts for the last 6 months or the year, the same way you're gathering that information. Mm-hmm. That will produce a credit score, something that you're paying every month. Okay. But what I was saying about different creditors, there's a difference. The way you start out is the way it's going to be. And by that, I'm saying when you start building credit history, you want upscale creditors. Upscale, like Citibank, like Black Card, like American Express, like Discover. You want upscale creditors.
Okay.
It's the same thing as like A, B, C, and D. Macy's. You want high-end creditors, okay? To report on your credit report every month. Okay. Birds of a feather flock together. When you don't have upscale creditors, you have these low, no-name, low-brand creditors like Finger Hut, Midnight Velvet, these low that no one ever heard of, mostly retail creditors that you can only use at their stores. Okay, you can only use it one place. Then birds of a feather flock together. Those are the only kind of creditors that are going to approve you because
they so low.
You're not going to be in the same space. You're not going to be in the same room with upscale when you got no name, low brand. It's like silk and cotton. Okay? It's like fake alligators and genuine alligators. It's like pleather and leather. Okay? I don't mean to be offensive in that way, but what I'm trying to say is birds of a feather.
Right, because I got some fake Gucci upstairs, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just playing.
Just playing.
Just
because, when you have low name, no brand, low name creditors, it's like they validate who you are. Whereas if you can hold out and build positive upscale creditors, they say who you are. Okay? You pay lower interest rates with upscale creditors or no interest. That's even better. Okay.
I don't have no fucking Mexican Jordan. Stop saying it.
Sometimes, I've been in the credit game so long that, you can just look at somebody's credit history and they never move past these A, B, C, or D creditors. Have you ever heard of subprime? You ever heard of that?
No. What is subprime?
Subprime is low level. It's less than a 500 credit score. Okay, subprime is low level.
Okay, I wrote that down.
You don't want low level.
Okay, low level. What's the high level? What's the high level called?
Anything over 650.
Okay.
Any credit score that's over 650, and your credit score predicates, or your credit score is an indication of your character, of your financial character. You've heard the expression, all money ain't good money.
Right.
A person's character demonstrates their financial credibility. Their character. You may know someone that you would not lend money to under no circumstances, because they will not pay you back.
Right.
And will lie out of both sides of their face, but you know their credibility, and that's what credit is.
Okay.
But when you are able to maintain credibility monthly, and that's what building a savings helps you to do. It's a part of your credibility. It demonstrates your discipline.
Right.
Because your signature can only come from your hand. And you pour your signature on contracts, things that you sign with your name. There's no one else on the planet that has your signature. And it is the muscles in your hands that demonstrate your credibility. Sometimes a person, they don't think much of their signature. If they can't pay something, they'll go and file bankruptcy. And it may not even be a lot of debt. It's just that they don't want to pay the debt. So that's their way of not paying the debt. But that still says a lot about credibility.
Okay,
you know,
I got
your
two more.
credit score.
I got two more things. One,
Okay.
what I want to apply for one today. What credit card I should apply for?
Discover it.
Discover it.
I think I got a list of guaranteed approvals that will get you a line of credit. When you have credit, I want to send you this.
Okay.
Say you have approved for $1,000 line of credit. Credit is access to money that you don't have. It's just access. And the way that you build credit is you only use 30% of whatever the limit is at all times.
Okay.
So even though they're giving you $1,000, only use $300 and pay it back. Okay, it takes 4 months to build a repayment history.
Okay.
So after 4 months, your job is to call that credit card company or lender
4 months.
and ask them to increase your line of credit.
Okay.
So anytime you have credit, the only way to find out, say if it's 1,000, you say 1,000 times 0.30. Anytime you want to know what 30% is, it's always times 0.30.
Okay.
And you always make the payments on time. If your due date is the 10th of the month, you want to make sure your payment is received at least 7 days before the 10th of the month. So you need to be paying them on the 3rd or the 2nd of the month.
Right.
Always pay a week before the payment is due. And always pay $3 more or $5 than the minimum payment due. If your minimum payment is $15, you need to pay $18 or $20. That way, when your payment is received by the lender, it's going to reflect Muriel pays more than the minimum payment that's due. You don't want to just pay minimum payment because that's a certain code that's put into your credit score. If you're only paying the minimum payment that's due and you ask for an increase, it looks as if you're only paying the minimum payment that's due.
Right.
So that's why you always want to pay $3 more or $5 so that the payment will be received as paying more than the minimum payment due, and that boosts your credit score.
Okay. And then the last thing is, I wanted to ask you before we end the conversation is, if I boost my credit score up really fast, I know it's going to take a year of me tracking to be approved for a FHA. Would they offer me more money down for my house?
That depends on who you're getting the mortgage through.
Okay.
That depends on who's financing your mortgage loan. So a couple of things. Will your housing counselor work with you from start to finish? By that I'm saying, is she going to help you find a lender? Is she giving you banks that's giving you down payment assistance on your mortgage loan?
From my understanding of it, they once you go into the program and you show that you had did everything that they asked you to do as far as paying your rent for a year, having your credit score at a certain amount, and taking a credit class, then they go into your credit information, and they offer you an amount up to $250,000. And then so that's the amount it's up to $250,000, and then they will pay onto my mortgage like they paying my rent.
But before you get there, before you get to that program, I'm asking the person's going to help you get into that program. Are they also giving you the names of lenders?
No,
your mortgage?
they just tell me how much I'm approved for, and I have to find my own lender.
Okay. So that's something that Community Housing Network can help you with also, and that's lenders. Okay. You want lenders who are going to adhere to your housing class that you're taking, that's your home buying class, and who are going to adhere to your voucher. Okay, that's what the home buying class is going to give you. The voucher could be $5,000, could be $10,000 towards your mortgage. So those are the lenders that you want to be in communication with.
You can only have one lender?
When you have a mortgage loan, yes, you can only have one lender. It could be your credit union. It could be your bank. You want a lender who's going to give you the best
money, the more money
or benefits to go with them. I'm just saying,
right.
If you tell your credit union that you're taking a home buying class at such a place and they offer a voucher, you want to know, will they honor your voucher, your $5,000 or $7,000 voucher, or can they match it with something? I'm just saying. So it's a little investigation, it's a little research, because this is a major purchase.
Yes, it is.
It's a major purchase, but at the same time, you want to get the best benefits and interest that you can get on your loan.
Okay.
Even though the state of Michigan will be helping you pay it, and you would own the house, you still got to get the mortgage.
Right. That's true. And then a lot of these places have, like you said, the down payment. So.
Yeah. So you got to put some skin in the game and building that savings. Even though you're asking for down payment assistance or whatever, if they see that this is what you're building, it's going to help you in the long run instead of you just asking. Okay. You just walked in and you just asking. So that's why you really want to start building something. And that's your credibility over time.
Okay. I guess I can send you. I'm gonna go ahead and get on this all this week, work on it, and then you want to meet in 2 weeks or 1 week?
Let's meet. Today's the 27th. Let's meet April 10th.
Okay.
It's like 2 weeks of that. Let me know what your progress has been. Let me know about the settlements, that you're trying to put in place. When you call these creditors, it's okay to grovel politely for a lesser amount to pay them off. Because they've already blackened your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you definitely want something that you can give to the credit bureaus to have them removed from your credit report completely. That would be the best thing. They are no longer visible. I mean, think about it. When you read a story and it says, you owed $4,000. Oh, and I see you settled it for $2,000 after 5 years or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So for them not to be seen, that's the best thing that could happen for you.
Yes, it would, because it's holding me
that
up.
Would be, I mean, you don't need that kind of payment history to even be visible. Even though you've taken care of it, just the fact that it's there is not giving you any points.
Right, yeah, because it's been so long.
Yeah, so ask to have them removed. Ask the credit bureaus to remove IC systems or whoever, both of these from your credit report. And they will tell you that IC systems has paid them money to show this debt for a period of time.
Okay.
You can still ask to have them removed once that time period is passed. Hopefully, you will not have to show it to a lender. You know, you can show a lender your settlement letter and your paid settlement, but if it's still on your credit report, okay, you finally paid your debt. Hopefully you can get it completely expunged.
Yes.